Please subscribe to the Goon Case Reddit.
Hey, consider gooning with us.
It's alright, we have fun.
Gooning is lit.
Please come goon with us.
Good afternoon, morning, evening, all right, ladies and gentlemen.
No, more. More.
Good afternoon.
Why'd you stop?
I just need to...
Oh. Mammy
Me made me mash my M&Ms.
No, we've abandoned that. Now it's me me mamu moo, me me mamu, me me mamu moo, me me mamu, me me mamu moo.
Good afternoon, morning, evening, or night, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to 337 of the Media Podcast.
Bro, if you took 37 off that, then we'd have a Zack Snyder movie on our hands.
Snyderverse?
Oh.
Hashtag bring back the Snyderverse.
You know what?
Hashtag Spider-Man into the Snyderverse.
That was the one thing missing from Endgame. Portal opens, the guys from 300 come out.
Oh
my god, that would have been so cool.
The guys from Sucker Punch come in.
And then the girls from Sucker Punch start kissing the guys from 300, and it's just awesome.
God, I've seen that before, trust me.
I bet you have, brother. Well, yes, this is the Jar Media Podcast, episode 337. We are brought to you by Strongbow.
Summer fruits.
Huh?
Yeah, have you not told us about the partnership, the sponsorship?
We have a partnership.
25 grand per episode. Strongbow.
I'm rich. Woo.
Strongbow summer fruits especially.
Summer beat.
Summer beats.
The new drink, Strongbow Summer Boots. This boot flavour, it smells and tastes like a sock.
Like a boot that you've been wearing in summer.
No, it's the shoey flavour.
What?
Shoey?
What are you talking about?
Do you know what a shoey is?
Is that what you drink out of a shoe?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Strongbow.
it smells and tastes like rats. That was in the brief. Like they think that's a selling
If you
point.
think rats are good, then get ready for Strongbow Summer Beats.
If we ever got a partnership, would we do it?
I think we'd kill whatever company.
Well, we do get emails to the Jar Media business
Why?
email.
How much?
They often just ask for craziness, though.
But that's
actually we sort of want you to just kind of change the entire format and just make it a Strongbow podcast, sort of thing.
Wasn't that whole schmap?
That was we kind of set ourselves up for failure with being the Fleshlight podcast.
That was setting ourselves up for victory.
Yeah.
But then we fumbled the deals. weird deals coming at us left, right, and centre. So many Fleshlight deals, and we turned them down.
Anyway, we're done with them. We only work with Tenga from now on.
Tenga toys only. and Bad Dragon.
The hydrant.
Wow.
Personal favourite.
Yeah.
Blast you away.
I like the hydrant.
The shout out to the Jar Media patrons that make the audio version of the show possible. And in that first or second week of each month, we read out their beauty names. If you're a Dibby tier or above.
We'll do that next episode. A personal request from me. I want everyone to change their names to specifically ones Alex can't pronounce.
So most. I can't pronounce most Reddit names anyway, so I just make them up.
See, that's what I struggled with when I was reading the questions before.
Do you have some empathy for my position now?
Yeah, 100%, because two words, very easy. Put those two words right next to each other. Mm-hmm. Suddenly it's like a catastrophic just cacophony of absolute villainy.
Would you agree that fake identities and all these usernames should be banned, and it should be your own name?
It should be like a screenshot of your passport.
Yeah, that's your account on everything.
Yeah, social security, all of it.
Yeah, we have this online passport where everything is connecting back to this passport. Or maybe a global currency. So they can track when we buy beers.
When we buy our various coins.
Yeah. Digital currency is the way forward.
Currency is already digital.
This is the thing about that conspiracy theory is that when you get paid, you don't get money.
No.
You just
Number go up.
Yeah, number go up. No, you're not getting money.
Number that was made up go up.
Yeah.
Speaking of Bitcoin mining, I saw an awesome joke that was like, we take those kids out of the mines, and where do they flock to immediately once they get the chance? Right into Minecraft.
Yeah, I saw that very meme.
Just brilliant.
Yeah,
Kids want to mine.
Long for the
They long
mine.
for the chimneys. They long for the mines. I say let's just go back a few steps.
To be fair, it's either they mine or they clean chimneys, or
They
they
mine
just
or they
play
rhyme.
or they play Fortnite and get porn addictions. What's more beneficial to society?
mining.
Yeah.
It depends. Do we get a kickback from those skin sales on Fortnite with our creator code?
Trickle down economics through the skins on Fortnite.
Yeah.
What would be the Jar Media collab art style in Fortnite?
What do you mean?
Well, if we can't just beat us.
Imagine if like they add the FNAF characters and just jar it in that pack.
Yeah. Oh my
No
God,
explanation.
yeah. What would you do if you got an email from the like movie studio that's making FNAF, and they were like, just cameo? We want the real creator.
What would we have to sacrifice for it? Even if it,
Me, I get sacrificed for one of the animatronic
James
suits.
gets absorbed into the Hollywood machine.
so you're telling me James gets cheekered?
No.
More like yes.
I'm
Shout
more
out
of a Bonnie
to
fan
those,
myself.
Shout out to the Jar Media shorts out there. Just beauty. Absolutely beauty.
Mm-hmm. Really quite.
Can you change the
Nice.
game? Can you change the games we
You got
use
to
on
you
them?
got to tell that to the editor, man, because I'm happy with what he's playing with.
Can you put more battle bit in, please?
No. I veto against that.
Just go on Gamers Are Awesome compilations and just take any clips from it.
No, I want more
instead.
gameplay of the butt that gets bigger as they run.
Yeah, I like that one.
It's so distracting. I'm actually trying to watch the
point,
short. And I'm like, oh, fuck,
If you don't want the distraction, just watch the podcast, you know?
well, that
Watch
defeats the
/listen
point.
/get excited because the Jar Media episodes are here.
And we're here to stay.
And we're here for housekeeping, especially where we round off those conversations from the previous episode. And there are a couple of goodies, a couple of really mean ones that I took, like this one from Argos RB8187. God damn it, Alex is back. Another cast into the bin.
Oh, shit.
I
can go.
I like the
Okay.
idea. I like the idea that people are like
They're just
sticking around for just the ones you're not on, which is like once a year.
It's like less than
If
10.
Yeah.
Although we haven't talked yet about, I'm going to be away a couple times in the upcoming months. So I'm not sure what we're going to record ahead, or are you guys just going to cover it? Or
No,
what?
we're going to cover it.
James is gonna cover it.
I'm the only one who's done a solo episode, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're here.
I nearly thought on that week where I had the rear so bad, I was like,
So
I might set it up in my bed and just
really?
lie there in bed.
No, the strap would have been in the toilet.
Yeah, that would have been
Sat on the toilet
with
the camera
sounds,
on.
with the sound effects
With
as well.
sounds, with
Just
camera.
every 5 minutes, it's just.
Hold on, guys.
I don't know. We've had some gross episodes, but that might be taking it. too far.
That would be the lost, like a truly lost episode.
Yeah, maybe
lost
that would have to
media.
be
Yeah,
a-
that would be
a
Patreon.
Patreon exclusive.
No, you know, because then you're not making a desire for it. We have to let these, lost media YouTubers know there's this lost Jar Media clip, and then people would want it. So we tease that.
The diarrhea spear.
Well, speaking of Rhea, Bacon Shelf said, I often like to listen to the podcast on my Bluetooth speaker while cooking. Alex's in-depth regaling of his experiences with the Rhea was exactly the kind of listening I needed today while making my curry. Thanks, Jar.
Oh, I hope that curry didn't give you diarrhea.
Yeah. Imagine the irony.
Well,
It's
like,
layerful.
speaking about manifesting destiny, Lampy9162 said,
Wait. Who talked about manifesting destiny?
I was trying to manifest destiny by just getting it over
Well,
here.
you failed. What the hell, man?
Yeah, Lampy9162 says, I'm usually not the one to leave a comment, but I started saying diarrhea building to people after listening to this app, and I, no joke, just had really bad diarrhea for the first time in years.
I think this is like a hex. Like
I was feeling it's like a curse. It's like an ARG, but real.
Yeah, you're like training your brain to make your bowel rear.
So I've got a counterpoint to this, and that's that I say it quite regularly, and it hasn't happened yet.
Well, it's because you have it every damn day.
Yeah,
I don't have diarrhea every
mucus.
damn day.
You have the mucus.
I don't. That was like a one-time thing.
I like picturing that there's like a couple people that are like, okay, I'm gonna give JARCast another chance.
And
like,
they just happen to tune into the all the poo episodes.
Yeah, it's just they start like gagging.
Or on the other hand, there's probably people who like only the poo conversations. So they're
we're probably like embedded in some like weird like poo fetish community somewhere, and it's like, oh, they finally released another one where they describe their rear in detail. Nice.
like, damn, I can do that. Just pay me.
The Enigma 2897 says, thanks for answering my gym 3-part question. I'm about to start college and I have no identity of my own, so I'll base my fashion, music taste, and degree on gym. Thanks again.
Your degree? What the could you study?
I remember that was part 3, right?
Yeah, psychology.
Hashtag release the Snyderverse.
Oh, okay. Do a degree in being a bum.
No, do a degree in restoring the Snyderverse.
Yeah, Snyderverseology.
it will come.
I was walking up my stairs the other day, and for some reason I thought of the next Snyder hashtag. I can't remember what it was though, but I just want to know that I've been thinking about Snyder since, just in my own time.
Well,
big deal.
Izune simply said this about you, James. Lips, pretty funny, pretty controversial.
When have I ever said anything that's even slightly controversial? All my takes are ice cold.
And the final bit for this segment, Bog the Unfunny 333 said, regarding the conversation on cold takes, I've noticed that some hot takes have become so popular that it becomes a hot take to disagree. For example, Creep by Radiohead was a huge success for them, but as the band themselves didn't quite like it, and they released several beloved albums, it became a sign of a true fan to hate Creep. This take within a fan base became a cold take, as people wanted to be the cultured fan who prefer Radiohead after Pablo Honey. But I've noticed the new hot take emerging that Creep is actually a good song. What do the jar men think about the idea of a hot take turning cold, or vice versa? Or about feeling that you have to have a certain opinion on a piece of media to be a proper or a cultured fan of it?
Social media, more like anti-social media.
Finally, someone said it.
I see myself in the anti-social media club.
Repeat that for me.
Yeah, say that again.
The anti-social media club.
So you're pro-social media?
Well, yeah.
Okay. No, this is consensi.
Is it cold or hot?
Lame.
What, Creep?
No, consensi.
What do you mean?
Consensuses.
What's lamer? Going with the flow / consensus, or being a contrarian?
Well, I'm not. No. Wait.
Is that a Freudian lick?
No, I don't believe that. I don't see the problem with either, or like, what's the deal with...
There's not a problem with either. You're just a if you're either.
Yeah, so don't be either.
Yeah.
Be nothing.
Well, be in between, like a grey Jedi.
That's one of the coolest things you've ever said.
Yeah, man.
They should make a movie about that.
I'm really dropping bombs today. No, like, listen to the song, and if you like it, then like it, and if you don't, then don't.
Just like what you like, hate what you hate.
You know?
Just be yourself. But you're not allowed to like cucumbers.
Shut up.
It might be your worst take.
Yeah. That's a cold ass take.
No,
That's a hot take, I guess.
Yeah, that is a hot. Yeah, that is a hot
It's
take.
a hot take. So that
It's like, it's one of the most inoffensive
Like,
pieces of food. To
I
be
swear
honest.
no, because you meant if you're gonna like the Jar fans are just gonna bombard me of how I'm a idiot if I say this. You know, like I can't. Nobody's gonna agree
No, but
with
what
me.
did we just say? You got to be your own man.
I am my old man. I hate cucumbers. They taste of. They don't. They have no taste. The texture's awful. Having a nice McDonald's burger. You're going down on that burger.
Do you not like gherkins either?
And you chew into that cucumber. Experience ruined. Texture changed. Crunchy. Pff, come on, it's a burger.
But they don't
who
put
puts
them in
cucumber
burgers.
in a burger?
Maybe a chicken burger.
A burger's a burger. Doesn't matter if it's chicken or.
But do you
No, a
feel this
chicken
way about
burger is
No,
a
pickles?
come
chicken
on, it's a
sandwich.
burger.
Do you not like pickles?
No.
I love pickles, man. And speaking of pickles, did you see the Nostalgia Critic is on SpongeBob spin-off show now?
Oh, you could.
Spin-off show.
The Patrick Show.
There's
Oh,
a
yeah.
Patrick show.
There's like an awful like spin-off show it's like about Patrick, and there was a Nostalgia Critic parody in
Yeah.
this show.
I have seen that. Yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
Ignore it because
I-
they shouldn't have ever continued it, or even
Well, yeah.
they shouldn't.
I agree with
The
that.
original creator wanted that, so they should have let it die,
Yeah.
along with the legend who was the creator. SpongeBob had its time.
Yeah. It's golden age.
Yeah.
It's eternal too.
Its golden age was.
Honestly,
Yeah.
AI is bringing a new life into SpongeBob.
Yeah, that's true.
Genuinely, yes.
Yeah.
I don't want to be on the side of pro AI, but those Patrick Star AI songs.
And it's the only AI stuff where like it hasn't frustrated me.
The sing-songies.
Yeah. Because like
Yeah.
you have like Ed, and Eddie doing it, or like some Star Wars characters. It's like I don't care. But then when it's SpongeBob, Pat, Mr. Krabs,
The
Squidward,
Mr. Krabs ones are good.
It just
the
works.
Plankton ones.
Mm.
They're really what started
I
it
heard.
all.
Dude, have you heard that? It's Patrick singing a Death Grip song.
No, I haven't.
No, because this is something. Adam YMS keeps regularly sending me these AI generated SpongeBob songs.
Jesus.
See, that's
Just like
what
Jamie.
I was doing to James.
Let me see if I can quickly find one for you. Yeah, links. Yeah, here we are. Patrick Star sings Death Grip's Guillotine.
Oh, I know this one.
It's really good.
It's like Vocaloid stuff, but Western.
And look, they even went
Yeah.
in and they
Yeah,
made
rest-
the like cover and
Oh, nice.
it's only got 800 views as well. Like, but I have an issue with this because it's like that was my niche. I wanted to express myself with my music.
Oh my god, yeah, you
Oh,
were so
no.
ahead of the curve.
Yeah, no,
Well,
that's
no. To be fair, this is great because we might actually get more Man songs
yeah.
with AI.
Oh, true, yeah. Someone might take your voice.
Well, this is actually an awesome segue.
Please,
because,
someone take Alex's voice and make good Man songs, because the man's not doing it himself because he's a boy.
But yeah, speaking on this AI scariness, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Do you guys remember Kwebbelkop?
Yeah.
I saw this. I've seen this.
Yeah,
I've not.
I assume Jim hasn't. But like for some reason in my Twitter feed, something to do with Kwebbelkop. So yeah, that's it. So Kwebbelkop, he was like a Minecraft YouTuber. I think he's like
GTA 5, yeah.
yeah. He's European. He's like from Amsterdam or something.
Mm-hmm.
But I was seeing these weird tweets he was tweeting, like, "Me and the team have finally figured it out. We are doing it. AI is here." And he like had a link to this video. It's this video called Minecraft, but you only get one block. But the thing is, it's AI generated. Like his involvement in it, it's like I just got to show you. James has already seen it, but look, show you a little clip of it so you can understand. So audio listeners, I'll explain what's happening in just a second once Jim has seen a few seconds of this. So what is happening here is it's like a 20-minute Let's Play what I think has happened is, I don't know, he's probably paid someone to just record Minecraft for 20 minutes along with someone who isn't Kwebbelkop is like played Minecraft for 20 minutes, recorded the video and the audio, and then they plug in this AI, put the little CG face in the corner,
CG
that's like
Quebble.
CG Kwebbel, and use a CG like voice modulator thing to make it sound like him too. So I guess he doesn't have to do anything.
Yeah.
God, that was quick.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Because this was like, man, this right here is like the fear as soon as it started taking off. It was like this right here.
Of course, it would be Kwebbelkop to be the first.
Yeah,
one
because
well.
it's like, he sat in his mansion, like he's so comically rich, like so rich that it's like just stupid, just absurd. And so it's like, oh, I know what we'll do. Let's make it so I never will die, and I can just generate content. It's like YouTube it used to be this beautiful space, right? You could make what you wanted, and the economics of it were unique. It wasn't like this super industrialized, like megacorp thing.
Mm-hmm.
But now they can underpay people to like record their little
Content.
gameplay thing,
Yeah.
and then rake in everything by applying the AI filters over it. Even like I was watching, I like popping into Star Wars Theory every now and again, and he was like, it was like a bit of a stream he'd done, and I was watching the VOD, and he was mentioning like, yeah, I used to like pay artists to like mock up all this stuff for like my fan fictions and whatnot, but he's like, but now AI can just do it, and it's like, so there's something really sad about that to me.
Yeah.
Like how quickly it's just like, well, yeah.
I think it's crazy how quickly AI has like absorbed the creative industry.
Mm-hmm.
Like that seems to be the people who are immediately suffering the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it's foreshadowing though, man.
Mm.
Everyone imagined that to be the like one space that was safe. You know?
Yeah.
But it's absolutely not.
It targeted that first, and then it would just be a trickle down AI-onomics from there, man.
There's actually this kind of ironic thing is obviously System Shock 2 is about woke AI, Shodan. So the developers of the new game decided that it'd be a cool idea to get an AI to generate a picture of Shodan to post on social media.
Man.
A little bit like, I don't think you get the
just
game.
missing the forest for the trees a little bit.
It's over.
wacky, man.
No, it's over.
It's crazy.
The floodgates are
means,
opened.
Yeah, it just means like Dream will just be here forever. Kwebbelkop will be here forever.
Yeah. And I guess what these people aren't thinking about, like Hollywood is very much thinking about this, is like, you know, if we just have these people in this position forever now, then there are no gaps to be filled in the future.
Mm-hmm. Especially with this being compounded with what is going on in Hollywood right now with these strikes.
Well, I did see something about some company after saying that they're now like recruiting positions where it's like 12k or whatever, just X amount of money, and they take your identity forever. That's it.
Yeah.
So they can use it in every single piece of media they want.
Yeah. It's
Really
wacky,
fucked.
yeah. Because like there was, I think it was from an investor's call or something. The Disney CEO Bob Iger, is that his name? He was just like, yeah, we think the demands of those people striking are just ridiculous. We're just going to wait them out because what are they going to do? Like, what can they do?
Yeah. They said that
in the meantime, we'll just have AI write everything. It's not gonna. We've already seen a Marvel show that has an AI generated intro. Like, it's only logical for them to be like, well, like they're already so shit. Like, we might as well just AI It might be better, you know.
I think it genuinely might be. That's the problem, because we've got all these humans like trying to make movies like an algorithm. Like I watched the Meg 2 yesterday. Like that's a Chinese algorithm that made that film.
Because the first one was veering into that anyway. Remember,
the first one was that, like, they are made for the Chinese audience. You know, I mean, not that
well, like
that's a bad thing, but
nothing
it's like,
any character says like actually matters. It's all about just like get to the shark bit.
yeah,
Like nothing actually matters.
yeah, and I think an AI could make a better film. like it could.
Yeah.
Instead of like all these focus groups and shit, it's like, well, the product films might as well already be that.
I
Movies
wouldn't be
made
surprised if they had already
to
been
make
using some rudimentary,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, genuinely. I mean, like, people have been saying that for so long, like
Yeah.
the Marvel algorithm and stuff.
yeah.
Like, it's the same thing, you know. They might as well.
So I have a prediction, and I think this is I'm not going to put a bet on it, but within the next year, 2 years, possibly 3 years, there's going to be a big announcement from a big company, be it a car manufacturer or a government or council of some kind, which is like first AI generated car design, first AI generated building design. There's going to be the Middle East, Saudi Arabia, they're going to do the whole big reveal of the first AI designed building, and it's going to be a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to happen within that time. It's the next thing. 'Cause it's not just about arts. It's like any qualified position is just being destroyed.
Yeah.
Because they're going to make AI buildings. Why would you
'cause
hire an
surely
architect?
in theory, like, an AI architect that can, like,
Consider all of these, like,
Every variable.
earthquake stuff.
Yeah.
All these things perfectly within like minutes.
Uh-huh.
Why are you going to spend 500k on a skilled architect?
But this is the ultimate thing, though. I reckon the CEOs, like, right now, they're loving it. What about when the AI are better at being CEOs than CEOs?
But that's one of the things that will happen first, I reckon. I mean, it can't, like, I reckon AIs can already do that.
I disagree. I don't think the technology's there yet.
But the technology isn't there for, like, the lower workers to be taken.
Yeah. But I think it needs...
I think CEOs are replaceable before the employees of said CEOs.
Yeah,
Especially-
but the CEOs are the highest class, right? And they're the richest.
Yeah, so they can't be.
But
So it's almost impenetrable.
If the conclusion is we need to maximize the value for the shareholders and the amount of money you could save by replacing the CEO, which is the highest paid position, with an AI, surely at some point it reaches that where it's like, well, yeah, then we can return more value to the shareholders if that is the reality.
No, because this is going further, because then they'll just turn all the shareholders and or CEO into the AI. They've merged their conscience with the AI, so then they're eternal. So they're going to internally make profits for these corporations.
Eternal shareholders.
Eternal shareholders, eternal
Yeah,
profits.
because I guess the shareholders will generate AIs of what themselves.
But at that point, if you're eternal, why the does profit matter? But the capitalism doesn't work.
Yeah. I was just thinking
Who's it
the same
benefit?
thing. Yeah, it doesn't benefit the AI.
Yeah, this is
What
wacky,
what if the AI, like, we've got it all the wrong way around? Like, the AI takes all these businesses and everything, and then it's suddenly a utopia, you know? And, like, the Earth starts to heal and it figures out all this shit, and it just puts us in our place. Just go live in the woods, you cocks. You know, that's what the AI's like. And we're like, wait, shit, we're all happy now. Like,
yeah. We're just back to, like, making fires and stuff.
Yeah.
Like.
We were pressed for our own good, and we're happy for it.
yeah.
We just everything we need is supplied by the AI. Easy.
Yeah. They just send, like...
They just drop care
tofu into the
packages
woods.
sometimes.
Yeah. Battle Royale.
God, always comes back to the BR.
Yeah.
Always. Well, guys, I was having a little think the other night.
Okay.
Don't do that.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't if this is the conclusion I get to.
Yeah,
but-
I know.
And I think we probably have communicated this subject before, but it would have been so long ago that our nuances...
many things, just not
We've
very
communicated everything.
No, our nuances, I feel like...
The AI should be built off us.
I got a hypothetical for you guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh
Part 1.
fuck no! Oh god.
If you had the Death Note, who would you write in it?
What's a Death Note?
Do you not know?
Death Note. I thought you said Death Note.
Oh god.
the Death Note?
Before you say anyone obvious, like a dictator or whatever, I want you to pick someone like...
Person.
Because you can choose how they die, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pick someone like, what would be like the funniest? Like just completely, like someone innocent, you know? Just take someone out and make it hilarious. Because I can start us going, right?
You're gonna have to, get my brain going.
Hang on, I'll go find his name because I can't remember it.
Oh God, Alex has prepared it.
Yeah, okay.
You got your hit list already?
Yeah. Yeah, so I think it would be hilarious if you wrote Shawn Mendes in. He's the voice of Lao Lao Crocodile. And have him be eaten by a crocodile. No, come on. You read that headline. No, this is what I'd be doing with the Death Note, okay? Like, screw what, Light does or whatever. Like, he gets himself in quite a sticky situation. I'd be like... I'd just be made
comedy. Comedy headline after comedy headline.
Would you just search people's records and be like, oh, he's got a funny name, I can do something with that? So you just did Destiny.
We'll just pick random celebrities. And
it's simple. There's the obvious one, The Rock.
Yeah,
a rock trying to push a boulder up a hill gets crushed by a
boulder.
Well, no, it has to be a rock.
Yeah, but boulder is a rock. Just make it.
Let's spend 20 minutes debating if a boulder is a rock.
If there was a different word for it, would it mean the same thing?
Come on, what would be a hilarious way to take Kevin Hart out with the Death Note?
I don't know, heart attack. Chris Rock, the same as The Rock.
Get them both at the same time, a double kill.
Adam Sandler gets
sanded. He's doing some sanding of a machine, slips and
and sands himself out of existence. Jake Paul dies in a pool accident, playing pool.
Damn, we're getting creative.
Or drowns in a pool.
Or I've got
same with Logan Paul.
Which one's the one who went to Japan?
That was Logan Paul.
There was a really dark suggestion, but that is literally just horrible and
yeah, that is a bit bleak.
But
would be kind of funny.
Oopsies.
What would be a hilarious way to take out Gwyneth Paltrow with the Death Note?
See, I was thinking about her weird shit, her weird stuff she does.
Her vagina candles burn her house down.
Not funny enough, just...
That's just being burnt by your vagina candle.
So maybe something to do with candle wax?
I don't know. I don't know enough about Gwyneth Paltrow.
Really?
Iron Man kills her. No.
Can you would that work in the Death Note if you're like Iron Man?
I was thinking what if you just forced this person to be somewhere where they cannot be? How do they get there? If I said Alex dies in 5 minutes in Iraq, how do you get there?
Yeah, Gwyneth Paltrow trips and falls into lava.
Yeah, where's she gonna go for that to happen? How
a
much
private
does
jet
the Death
to a
Note,
lava?
or does the Earth just
I feel like the Death Note would figure it out.
It's got to. Right?
I feel like
it's the rules.
You could do some funny stuff with the Kardashians.
Oh yeah, you could.
Death Note the Kardashians.
I don't know enough about any of the Kardashians.
Oh damn, that's good.
You know more than you think, brother.
Big something to do with a BBL going wrong.
Yeah.
The BBL pops and they sit down, they slip, chair goes out, something happens.
Yeah, could you write an elaborate Rube Goldberg machine kills all the Kardashians in one ridiculous chain of events that will link?
It would probably be a plane crash.
But funnier, hilarious.
Yeah,
ending with a piano,
effect.
They hire out an island and it sinks. I was thinking David Cameron, pig, eaten by a pig.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could get some nice, funny, dramatic irony in there. But okay.
James Cameron killed by an RV.
Now maybe that's the coolest thing.
See, by one that was Zack Snyder, because he gets overwhelmed by 300 of something.
300 ants. 300
Snyderverse mega fans. Okay, if you got no more people no more innocents you want to take out, I got. What about the Alive Note? Who'd you be bringing back with the
Who
Alive
would I make
Note?
alive?
In a funny way, though.
With the Alive Note. It doesn't necessarily have to be funny for the Alive Note.
She was saying to bring someone back.
Yeah.
I was thinking just the other day, how would George Washington feel seeing America now?
That's really interesting because I had this hypothetical conversation with someone else the other day, and I said the Founding Fathers. I'd
But surely, if
I'd
they
live
were,
note the Founding Fathers.
but surely, if they came back, all four,
We could make some
four,
amendments.
Yeah, there's
No,
4 of them in the rock.
Surely, if they walk into Congress, it's instantly they're in power. They're the Founding Fathers. Americans love that shit. So surely it's like, oh, they're in control now.
No, but they're only allowed to be in control for like 4 years.
But
Well,
their word would have a special kind of meaning, wouldn't it? Who else do Americans look
People
up
would be
to?
like, who are these posers? Some like dudes dressing up.
No,
No,
they'd be real.
surely they'd see that Mitch McConnell or whatever standing there and just be like, what the is this country?
Well, you'd think so, but maybe they'd be like, damn, this is awesome. And then
This is
all
exactly
Then go
what
to
I
LA and do
Straight to
Coke.
McDonald's.
yeah, go to McDonald's, buy a Switch,
loads of Coke.
watch TikTok, take drugs.
The Founding
Die.
Fathers have like a hype house, like
They'd all just
Yeah,
turn
like a
into
frat
Hunter
house.
Biden.
Yeah, they hook up with Hunter Biden.
like imagine how many subs they'd get on YouTube.
Oh my god, it'd be so fucking.
The Four Fathers.
Yeah, I've got the ultimate answer though.
The Queen.
The Queen would be a good one.
The Queen can't die.
Yeah, bring the Queen back and then make him have to give the crown back to her. That would be dark.
Yeah.
Or even darker. Diana. Have done a bust in.
Yeah, tell the truth.
Yeah.
Who glocked you?
And boom.
The CIA.
It was as
No,
well.
okay, I've got a controversial one.
Okay.
Epstein.
This is crazy.
Get
You're
him
thinking your brain is going to the exact same place as mine did. Like, bring his ass back, but get him in a situation where you gotta like
Bring him back in here so we can hold him down and like
Find out.
be like, come on, just tell us.
tickle him till he says the truth.
Get a feather.
Stop. Fine, I'll tell you.
Fine, I do have an
I
egg-shaped
have
penis.
the answer there.
What?
Harambe.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's when everything started going wrong.
Him dying set us on a dark path.
Yeah.
As
You
humanity.
guys on a dark fuck. I've never been happier.
Never been happier. What? Contrarianism taken to a new low.
Holy shit.
I can't believe you just said that. That's maybe the most audibly distressed I've ever been on the
Look,
cast.
she's checking on us because that was.
It was fun.
I was talking about the timeline, not about Harambe. Damn.
He
Yeah.
deserved it.
Gee, I like the meme, so it's just like Harambe next to George Bush, and it's like, how deep does this go?
He needs some secrets, man. Who else? Like Einstein. He was clever.
Oppenheimer.
Make another one.
Make one even bigger.
Yeah, I think that about covers it. No one from England, 'cause they f***ing suck.
Yeah, there's no one worth any
Well,
more.
like Freddie Mercury.
Nah. Yeah. Bring him back. Get him to collab with Ed Sheeran, then kill him again.
No, we have no. This is where we have to bring back Freddie Mercury. It's got to come from the Death Note. They're both equal.
So you got to kill someone to.
Yeah, so to bring Freddie Mercury back, we kill Ed Sheeran.
I think that's a fun cycle you could get Jeffrey Epstein in. Like, I'm gonna write your name in the Death Note unless you tell me the truth, and just to prove it to him, just like keep doing it for a few days.
That's
know?
horrible.
Yeah, but because it's
I
gonna.
know I know he's Epstein, but still, like that's kind of.
But surely you can add another level to this, because if there's got to be an equal one in the alive note. If you're killing all these people to get Epstein to talk, who do you bring back who's alive? To make it more like of a threat to him.
Who are you killing?
You know, who you're killing random people, but you've got to bring people back. And if you bring someone back who's like the arch nemesis of Epstein.
Or are you adding this as a rule where like to kill someone you have to alive someone?
Yeah.
Oh, and to alive someone you have to kill someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who?
So who do you kill? Well, you can kill anyone for
Yeah,
Epstein.
so every time you kill him, who you bring back, and then are you doing two people?
'Cause surely-
Ghislaine Epstein.
Just keep swapping them out, yeah. Until one of them talks.
Yeah.
Because surely Epstein's had some people whacked.
Yeah, and
This
then
is
he got
probably
whacked.
what the CIA would do if they had the death on a live note.
Yeah.
Maybe they do.
Just come up with creative tortures. So if you don't tell
Gonna
me, I'm going
talk
to drop
now,
a piano
Putin.
on your head with the death note.
Well, maybe.
Come on, guys.
I don't
A live note someone.
No, yeah, the first man. The first.
But you
the
need
first.
a name, though.
Yeah, you don't have
You
his
ha-
name.
You have to have a name, don't you?
Just white.
What about Nero?
Well, no, he's like the hedonistic captain.
Well, no, but
Love it.
no, you bring him back, like chain him up or whatever, and then be like, okay, what really happened?
Yeah, from a historical
Yeah, and then wipe him out and bring back Caesar.
Oh, a really,
He's kinda cool,
a
though.
really
Ask him,
psycho
what's
strategy.
The original recipe to that salad.
The Colonel. A live note, the Colonel.
Yeah, Colonel KFC.
No, a psycho strategy would just be like, don't actually like think of anyone, but just like write a name down.
Burger King.
You know,
Yeah, like
what-
make up a name.
Yeah, I want to alive Warren Dinglestein. And just see, you know.
But would you ever know if he
But the
was
thing
real?
is-
How would you know? How would you feel the effect of him being?
Yeah, what
brought
if
back?
you just created a man? Or what if you bring back like 300 guys that throughout history would
Yeah, if you,
Warren
yeah.
Dinglestein?
That's another issue because we've obviously been here so long. Some people share the name.
Yeah.
There must be there's 3 James houses in CALNE. Like if you type that in, you're gonna get so many
Yeah,
people.
which one dies? Do they all die or just one of them?
There are some logistical issues with the alive note, huh?
And the death note.
No.
Well, surely there's always a safe bet there. Because surely there's not many people called Adolf Hitler. So if you bring back
Oh,
Adolf Hitler, you're
Throughout
gonna bring-
history?
I think there's not that many.
I reckon there's at least 2.
Well,
It was probably more
bad luck.
popular before he was around and became.
Yeah,
what
that's
he
that's
is,
always the
Yeah.
case.
you know.
But it's just like, if you've got to kill off Adolf Hitler at the expense of Adolf Hitler, you got to make that
Which
trade.
one dies?
I guess,
Which one alive?
or do you just have to wait until you kill the right one, or bring back the wrong
But
one?
he's already dead.
So it's like Gmod when you're constantly duplicating the gene to try and bring back the right one.
Awful question.
No, the alive note's an awesome like, little.
I hate the alive note. I hate the alive note.
Why?
The alive note.
It rolls off the tongue for a start.
What's the opposite of rolling?
Unrolling.
Actually, that's like the same thing.
Yeah, it's getting
Unrolling.
rolled.
Unrolling is to like unravel.
So it's like rolling
But you're rolling
clockwise or
something out.
anti-clockwise, left or right.
Yeah, like if you roll something.
But that's
one
all
way,
perspective.
You roll
if you
it
just
up.
if you turn around 180 degrees, left is now right and right is now left. So it's the same.
182 degrees.
80 degrees. I'm just saying it's all about perspective.
Wow.
I would alive note that slug I stood on the other day.
Really? What was his name? Slug.
Why are you standing on slugs?
Well, it was an accident.
I've never stood on a slug by accident. Do you not look where you're going?
Well, I do, but I go into the garden to put something in the compost, and there's often slugs around that area.
It's a good thing you didn't slip and Cartoon died.
then you need to put my name in the alive note.
Alex. Slug.
You'd swap me for the slug.
No, bring you both back. At the expense of 2 other slugs.
I'd bring back Wallace's voice actor.
Oh, yeah. So we can just grind out some more sequels.
Well, at least so we can get like a really good voice profile and build a really good Wallace AI.
Yeah. Then we can get like a Spider-Verse inspired animated Wallace and Gromit film. That would be fresh and different.
Yeah, I want to see Wallace fighting the Meg. You know?
Wallace and Gromit versus Kong. Versus Slug.
I hate that film, man. I hate that fucking
King Kong
film.
versus Godzilla.
Yeah, Dingle Kong.
Yeah,
Fights Dinglezilla.
Yeah, it's one of my least favourite films I've ever seen. I say that sort of a lot on Jar. Like,
Yeah.
This is the best thing I've ever seen. This is the worst thing I've ever seen. No, King Kong versus Gong. So boring.
But the Call of Duty collab event was pretty good.
Yeah, that was fire.
When's Wallace going to be in Fortnite
They can't.
or Call of Duty?
He's not popular enough.
Excuse me?
But the market for him is UK.
Hmm.
How many Fortnite players are there in the UK? Like 10.
Call of Duty can have Wallace, Fortnite can have Gromit.
Ooh,
That's fair.
Yeah, I want to see Wallace
PUBG
running
gets
around.
the penguin.
This battle royale shit, man.
Yeah, but what one does Apex
gets the
get?
chicken.
With the legs?
The penguin with the chicken hacks. The train.
No, yes.
I get you. Oh man. What a dystopian nightmare this Alive Note has created.
I think the Alive Note has made a utopian nightmare.
So so saying about the Alive Note, it's theoretically possible to exist.
Well, of course.
Well, what do you mean? No,
Well,
it
in a
can't.
simulation, you just console commands. That's what the Alive Note basically is.
If we're in a simulation and that simulation is Gmod, then yeah.
But any game, any computer, well, is life not Gmod? Basically, one's the same.
But like, what if you
Yeah.
Like you've seen someone fall down a hill. You've seen me roll down a hill.
Yeah.
It's the same as it is in Gmod.
Yeah. Or
But like,
GTA
imagine that feeling, right?
4.
You write David Bowie in the Alive Note, and then he manifests, and he's just like, "What have you done?"
Yeah.
Imagine getting told
Yeah.
off by David Bowie. I'd kill
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah, you
We
write-
bring
then you
Einstein
write
back
your
and
name
he's
in the
like,
left
well,
note.
now you broke it. It's like Einstein is like, you broke it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
And then you're what? And then you're like, "Well, do you want me to put your name in the Death Note then?"
Yeah. Yeah.
'Cause-
I
no,
guess
'cause
like
that's
you're being told
evil.
off and you're like, what, you want to go in this one then?
Surely that's kind of up because you've just brought them back, and they're dealing with the consequences of your actions. But then you've just given it back to them of you can kill them, and now they've got a whole thing going on in their head like I could die again.
Yeah.
You're like traumatizing them. You're keeping them in a trauma
These
cycle.
two items make you a god.
Okay, that's the whole point of it, isn't it?
Yeah, that is kind of what Death Note is.
No, but the Alive Note changes things even more.
Yeah. We need to write an anime.
What about
This
if you
is
put
the sequel.
Death
Alive
Note, ellipsis, Alive Note.
The god of life drops the Alive Note.
But okay,
Oops, I dropped the Alive Note. I hope this is used responsibly. I'd bring back every dog that had ever died.
bro, there wouldn't be
That
any.
would the ecosystem. Like, beyond belief.
We
How many
just bring
dogs?
back its food source as well.
There'd be
Rats.
nothing left for human.
There's so many rats just everywhere.
New York would
Rats
just
the dog food source.
Hey, you saw the rats, the dog versus rats in fucking...
True, they wouldn't eat them though. They were just hunting them.
yeah, they were killing them.
And probably in a few.
Like the videos
Surely.
of seagulls just like fucking eating a
Yeah,
rat
but-
whole.
Yeah.
Maybe
That's
this is getting
fun.
like too morbid. Like,
Bro, we passed that line a while ago.
but like, you like have this cow. You've got a nice name. It's called like Ruby Giuliani.
Giuliani.
You cook and eat it, and then immediately
Wait, what?
write its name in the Alive Note. Does it like?
Yeah.
Come back as the steak you
No, this
cooked.
is why I'm saying Einstein would say it's broken.
It is broken.
You know? It's like that energy is gone. But you're bringing it back. You're creating it from nothing. You broke it.
You must be a god.
Yeah. And I'll be like, what?
Yeah. What if you Alive Note Jesus?
That's what I was gonna. What do you bring back?
Yeah.
That would break everything, man.
Jesus and Muhammad.
Yeah, then you got. You can
Get them like
to box each other.
a Muay Thai.
And bring back Buddhas that the next opponent whoever wins.
Well, imagine that would be a fire podcast.
Yeah.
That's how I definitely use it selfishly.
Yeah.
Just have Jesus on the podcast and be like,
Yeah.
What about if you have you have Muhammad and Jesus and you make them argue about religion on your podcast?
Yeah, you could frame it like a debate, like a political debate.
have Joe Rogan moderate.
Dude, we need to write a live note. This is a fire TV show.
No, we don't need to wire. The AI can.
Yeah. Do you want me to plug it in?
What if you wrote in the death note AI?
Oh.
Yeah.
Then you find out if it's alive.
That's a good chat. That's a good chat. A good test.
A good chat.
Shall I see what it generates?
What, AI?
Like if I use ChatGPT right now.
No. Put in generating a political debate between Jesus and Muhammad.
I don't think it will let me do that.
Okay, Buddha and Muhammad.
Shall I see if it understands the concept of an alive note? Right? Shall I put synopsis?
Yeah.
Synopsis for a story about... How can I phrase this?
The opposite of
Death
death
Note.
note, i.e. a live note.
Write me a synopsis for a story about the opposite of Death Note, i.e. a live note. This is what movie execs are doing right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's bring
Do you think that's
Jesus back.
enough?
Yeah.
For a story about the opposite of Death Note, a live note. Title, a live note. Synopsis. In a world where a mysterious supernatural notebook once again finds its way into the hands of humanity, the balance between life and death takes an unexpected twist. A live note follows the story of Aiden, an ordinary young man who stumbles upon the extraordinary power of the fabled notebook. Unlike its infamous counterpart, the Death Note, the alive note possesses the ability to grant life to anyone whose name is written within its pages. With each entry, the chosen individual will be granted an extension of their lifespan, returning them from the brink of death or preventing a life-threatening situation altogether.
Oh, lame.
Initially, Aiden views the alive note as a miraculous gift, using it to save his terminally ill sister and best friend from certain death. However, as news spreads of the notebook's existence, he's just using the plot. Chaos ensues as people become desperate to gain possession for it, for their own selfish desires. A secret organization known as the Harmony Keepers emerges, believing that controlling the alive note is the key to ushering a new era of everlasting life for humanity. On the other side, a covert group called the Sentinels of Fate aims to destroy the notebook, fearing its ability will disrupt the natural order of life and death. Caught in the crossfire of these opposing forces, Aiden must decide whether to use the alive note responsibly, ensuring that life is preserved with just intent. He embarks on a journey of self-discovery, grappling with moral dilemmas and learning that tampering with life's natural cycle has unforeseen consequences. As the battle for the alive note intensifies, Aiden's values and principles are tested. He encounters individuals from all walks of life, each with their own reasons for seeking the power of the notebook. The story delves into complex themes of morality, the value of life, and the balance between human aspiration and the fundamental laws of nature. In the end, Aiden must make a choice that will not only determine his destiny, but also the fate of the alive note. Will he find a way to use this extraordinary power for the greater good, or will he succumb to the allure of unlimited life, leading to disastrous consequences for the world as he knew it? A live note is a gripping tale of life, sacrifice, and the profound impact of our choices.
Lame.
It
didn't.
Why'd they take it to the Harmony Keepers and the Sentinels of
Yeah,
Fate?
that shit's lame as hell, man. Nice one, ChatGPT, you idiot.
Should I just put like, nah, but what would happen if you brought back Jesus with it?
Yeah.
Brought back Jesus. Jesus with it. Bringing back Jesus with the alive note would present an incredibly profound and complex scenario, given that Jesus is considered a religious and spiritual figure with significant implications for various faiths. His resurrection would have far-reaching consequences on a global scale. The return of Jesus would trigger worldwide debates, controversies, and questions about the nature of divinity, the afterlife, and the validity of religious beliefs. Some might interpret it as a divine miracle, reaffirming their faith and inspiring a newfound era of spiritual awakening. Others could perceive it as a threat, fearing the disruption of their religious beliefs and principles. The alive note could raise ethical questions about tampering with historical figures and the potential disruption of the natural order. People might debate whether it is right to bring back someone who has already passed away and how it could impact the timeline of history. Moreover, the actions of these who possess the alive note and attempting to bring back Jesus could lead to conflicts among different religious and ideological groups. The world will be divided between those who see it as a profound blessing and those who see it as a dangerous manipulation of sacred events. Regardless of the debates and divisions, the return of Jesus would undoubtedly spark a worldwide investigation by scholars, religious authorities, and governments trying to understand the nature of this event and its implications on faith,
Well, surely,
science, and humanity.
I have a theory. Civilization is the alive note. It would just become civilization because it would just be like, oh, I can write a name in the book because I've got enough points. And then you bring back an idol or a great merchant, a great engineer.
Who could be trusted with the alive note?
Me.
Who could be trusted with Jesus?
Do you think he would do coke?
But no. But did it even use the fact that like the second coming of Christ? Right?
Yeah,
If you
it did kind of allude to that.
Yeah,
What's the
but,
second coming of Christ?
Well, I mean that's like when the end times are or whatever. Bring back Jesus.
But they'd be happier that he could then be on a podcast that they could listen to each week.
Do you think he would become like a ego TikToker?
Yes.
No, he'd just start a fire podcast and move to LA.
And do coke.
He'd do much more than coke, brother.
Excuse me, what were you alluding to?
He'd be doing life.
No, I was going to know because
The lifeboat.
Christian, you know, it's Christian, they do kids.
Life note.
Oh, I see.
Is that what we were calling it? Life note?
Alive note.
The alive note.
Why alive? Why not?
The alive note.
But death and life, not death and alive.
Dead or alive. Boom.
Okay, yeah. We'll be back after Alex's messages.
Life can be a dick sometimes, so get your dick from out your hand. And don't be a dick, wear a dick. Dick the Head t-shirts available now. Check the description below.
Bro, no, this is what you say. When your camber arms start to wear, you gotta replace those bushings. So replace these, yeah?
Yeah, replace the bushing, fam.
You don't replace any bushings, bitch.
Oops.
You look, I'm gonna replace the bushings on my little Nissan.
Yeah, I'm just getting bushing, baby.
Like bussy.
That's bushing.
That's bushing.
That's George Bushin.
I'm on the hunt for some bussy. Did I just say that out loud? Oopsie.
Oops, did I do that?
That sounded better in my head.
It's right behind me, isn't it?
Whee!
The Clockwork Bussy. Should I get ChatGPT to generate a story about the Clockwork Bussy?
No, we've got to be done with that, bro. Come on, go over to the question.
But listen, man.
This is the second part of the show where we head over to Patreon and
No?
Reddit. We head over to Reddit and answer some beautiful questions from our Clockwork Redditors.
But right before I do that, there's one more alive noter I want to shout out.
Okay.
Steve Irwin.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Come on.
No.
Have him debate Jesus.
But yeah, this is the part of the show where we head over to the Jar Media subreddit suggestion thread, not FNAF.
I'd have him fight Steve.
where, just leave your crazy questions like Pull and Face did. We got one for you here, James. Can we get a Warhammer update from James? How's the modelling / collecting going?
Okay, so with Warhammer, obviously, I am deeply in Warhammer. I keep up to date with all the new sets and whatnot. I'm always watching lore videos. It's always on top of that. In terms of painting, I made a mistake, and that's that I bought a set that looked really cool. Really cool. They're one of the nicest units I like the look of. Horrible to paint, horrible to build. I hate it.
No. Yeah.
Because it's like so fiddly. They're, if anyone Warhammer nerds, it's quite a controversial unit because they're shit value for money. But they are the flayed ones from the Necrons, and they have these like what is supposed to be like skin wrapped over the exoskeleton.
Yeah.
Really horrible to paint, really difficult to like build, and it's kind of sucked the joy out of it. But I do have some really cool units in boxes to build. I've got a it's like a big spider unit, can't remember the name of it, but I bought that from the Warhammer shop. I've got some Slanesh units because ultimately I want to build a full Slanesh army, and I want to finish with a Keep of Secrets because they're gorgeous, they're stunning, but I might pay someone to paint that because I think they're so cool. I don't trust myself. And I also have some other Age of Sigmar units to build.
Age of Sigma.
I got some of those units to build, but I'm just trying to focus on the Necrons. And generally speaking, I do prefer fantasy, not Age of Sigmar. Fantasy like Vermintide, Total War, way better. But and those units are they're just discontinued. But I'm getting through. It's just Nissan has taken.
You got to prioritize, huh?
Yeah, and Warhammer painting, building is not cheap.
No,
it costs a lot. I've dumped £500+ into it already, and I've got to prioritize the really Nissan that I'm building. So, yeah, I've not built any in a while. But at the same time, it's like if I don't build them soon, the paint's gonna dry out, and I gotta buy new paints. So I need to do it. So yeah, I'll get back on it. Never gonna buy Space Marines though. Never. Worst unit in all of Warhammer. They might be the poster boys, but they're shit. Fuck off.
Well, Miniature Rani says, feels like we're entering a new kind of crackhead Alex era. Let chaos and stogies reign.
Judging that the first half of this episode was just chaos. Yeah.
How do you guys feel about that? I kind of want to light up another stogie.
No.
Nothing's stopping you.
Don't. My throat is really being a bit tickly because I'm really breathing in the fumes.
Have a drink.
Have a little slurp. You sounded like Mr. Krabs there, man. Orge.
There goes Hunter Biden's iPad.
I think Alex is more level-headed, more conniving, more tricksy.
I'm trying to be more cheeky than ever.
Yeah.
Cheeky little Lloyd.
Yeah. I think it's up to the eye of the beholder.
The interpreter.
Somewhat.
Well, we have this bizarre one from Monkey Mustard. Hello, Mingers. I thought I would ask about internet zeitgeists and how they change over time. For example, number 1. There are 6 of these. Older Gen Z, like you, and millennials tend to berate Family Guys around 10 years ago. But now I'd say that the common opinion I see on the internet now is that Family Guy can be genuinely funny, and some of its cutaways are genuinely hilarious. 2. Another obvious one is the Star Wars prequels. 3. Tom Cruise was hated online 10 years ago. Think the famous South Park episode, which is even longer ago. But now he's constantly praised for saving blockbuster movies. 4. React YouTubers could barely breathe 7 years ago, but now people like XQC and Hassan get millions of views. 5. The live-action Scooby-Doo films and rom-coms from the 90s, like Mean Girls and 10 Things I Hate About You, being hailed as genuinely good. Basically, a lot of that late 90s, early 2000s teen cinema while being seen as something less than cinema years ago. And number 6, Brockhampton had the quickest turnaround from being loved in 2017 to almost being commonly despised in 2020. Sometimes when I'm listening to the cast, I notice that you guys still hold on to some early 2010 internet opinions, which isn't a bad thing. Just wanted to hear your guys' thoughts. It's probably some I'm forgetting, but hey-ho.
I think it's the passing of time. No matter what it is, if it comes out and there's a reception over time, it's just going to change. That's the way.
There's also a misconception there that like the only reason we feel this way about these things is because it broadly was that, you know?
Yeah.
I haven't changed on Family Guy. I feel the exact same way.
Yep.
Yeah, and the thing is, Family Guy always had the capacity to be funny.
Yeah, and I always would say that the early seasons were funny.
Yeah. And
I mean, they are.
the odd
You just think
occasional joke would appear even in the more recent ones, but like as a whole, that doesn't make it a good TV show.
Yeah. And again, like stuff with the prequels is just the people who are able to be vocally fragrant with their opinions online are like old enough to actually communicate that. Yeah. You know? Whereas most of the feedback in the early 2000s about the prequels would have been people in their 20s, people late teens who grew up with the originals or blah blah blah. The React YouTubers one is an interesting one though. It's like a big thing right now.
Yeah,
because of XQC especially.
Scumbag. Fucking scumbag.
He's like a huge streamer for some reason. He's like a dumbass.
I don't understand why. Yeah, he's a fucking
I don't
mong.
understand it either. But you like stream like the Dark Knight on Twitch, and he's getting in all this heat.
Because but he's getting in the seat because he's so. He doesn't understand why people are criticizing him. He doesn't see the problem of what he's doing.
Yeah, I think everything I said about React content in 2016 is exactly the way I feel now.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
No, but at least back then the reactors actually watched what they're reacting to. Nowadays they go make a ham sandwich.
Yeah, they just leave. Like there's all those montages of Hassan just like leaving the room. For, like 10
Imagine
minutes.
going to work,
While I'm
right?
explaining.
You're doing something for your manager, and then he watches you walk off and comes back half hour later. You know, what's the reception? You're a dickhead. Why? So you're a dickhead for doing it on stream? If you haven't got a job, but at least attempt to have one.
Yeah, it's just like I don't know. I feel like I'll be so for having some kind of feature. There's all these upload defaults when you upload a video, right? If there's some kind of toggle where it was like, yeah, allow this to be react to and have some kind of revenue share feature. What would be so bad about that?
Because it means people can't get money. As in the streamers can't get more money than what they
But they're
already
getting
get.
like hundreds of thousands of views, like reacting off
Like there's the JFK
these
one and the Kowloon Walled City one is like
the Lemino
job.
video.
Yes. Yeah, that's the big one at the moment. They're like a fucking hour long. Like pay them if you're going to react. You're literally living in mansions. Pay this creator who's made a good video. Scumbag. Instead of jerking into your flesh like you fucking.
He does have that disgusting fleshlight video. Oh my god. Oh, it's foul, bro.
I don't think I want to know.
You know, you can imagine him. He's like the Kuma meme is him. Literally.
Yeah. He's like notoriously like gross.
Yeah.
He's got this. He's got
he
this
the
like hairy
blonde guy?
flash. Yeah, he's blonde. He's got this
Okay.
hairy flashlight.
You've seen the memes of him,
Yeah, I might have done.
where it's like he's just going in a chair, like it's a meme of like putting a fork in a plug socket. You know that meme? Everyone knows that meme.
Yeah.
Funny meme, terrible person.
But then, like, even with the Tom Cruise thing, like, I feel like
I'll debate him. I'll debate XQC. I've got no brain cells, but I've got enough to beat him.
But yeah, with Tom Cruise, like, I feel like it's quite widely accepted that he's quite a strange guy. Like, two things can be true at once. Like, yeah, Top Gun Maverick was fire. Also, he's a crazy
Yeah.
Okay, who cares?
Also, apparently, he gives really good cuddles, which
I want to cuddle him.
is worth a lot. You know?
And Simon Pegg always says how like lovely he is and stuff. I'm sure he is.
Yeah, no.
He cares about
apparently-
his craft or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I don't
like,
see him as a terrible, but horrifying, like scary. Like the video of him, like, for this interview, like, sprayed him with water.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, he
Really
is, like,
frightening, that
it's the
video.
most Sigma shit imaginable. Like,
He's
the
very
confidence.
intense, huh? Yeah.
Yeah. But
Is that when
polite,
he's
really
like, why
polite.
would you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he keeps hold of his hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, but it's almost in a polite way, but he's horrifying.
Yeah.
Cool guy. He jumps off of cliffs on motorbikes. My respect.
Yeah, that's kind of all you need to do.
To get respect in this.
That's like the monkey man sort of like thing humans still have. It's like this guy's crazy, and like I don't really want to be in a room with him, but he drove a motorbike off of a cliff. Like I respect him.
And then it's like, oh, he didn't do it once. He did it like 6 times.
Yeah.
He clearly just kind of felt
He did
fun.
a base jump. No, he did a halo jump. Sorry.
Multiple. To get all those shots, he had to do like 20 plus.
Yeah.
He f***ing climbed the Burj Khalifa
Yeah.
in shorts.
And then ran down it. Like
That must be like a crazy life, though. Like, that's just like your week. That week is like, well, I got to do another.
awesome thing.
Yeah.
I have to do the next raddest thing ever done by a
Got to
person.
fly a helicopter again, I guess.
What more can he do?
Yeah, they're
Let's
kind of
be
in a
real.
corner, aren't they?
Yeah. This is they like Fast and Furious took it there in a lame way, but Mission Impossible's they got to do space.
Tom Cruise in space.
He has to die in the movie and in real life. Like a stunt. Like
That's
Yeah.
the final. That's just
Wow.
a great sacrifice for the plot of
Yeah.
the film. It is a great sacrifice for him.
and then just
It's like
alive
Birdman.
note him back in, you know. I bet the Scientologists have that somewhere.
Yeah,
The
because they're
alive
scientists.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know.
Shut the f up.
Like, but this is the thing. Like, there's a million internet zeitgeists.
Yeah, there's one for everything. Like,
How much do you think your period of existence influences your beliefs?
not that much.
Of course it does.
Hmm?
You're
What?
a product of your environment and the times you're living in, for sure.
Determinism.
What do you think about this idea that like like no matter how much you love like 80s movies, for example, someone like from our age group that was not alive then, no matter how much research we put in, will always be lacking that opinion of someone who lived through it and was there.
I think
That's true. No, it is true, because it's like, imagine someone now, like a little annoying motherfucking Zoomer, gets into Halo, right? They like love Halo 3. They love playing it on the Master Chief Collection. They will never know.
Oh yeah,
They'll
that's
never know
2007
Halo
was
3.
like. Yeah,
Yeah.
like what it was actually like.
Yeah. The
Modern
real
Warfare
Halo
2.
3.
The
You
original
had to
Modern
be
Warfare 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Drifting cars in the 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You'll never be there.
You never know what it's like to be conscripted into the trenches and dive Daffy's foot. You know, it's,
Yeah.
That's what I'm glad
yeah.
I get to avoid.
I like just being an armchair historian on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I disagree though. I'm
Yeah, no, but have you not realised that the main one we lived through was 9/11? Nobody will ever know.
We barely even lived through that.
I did. I was having my tonsils out.
Oh, was that really hard?
Yeah.
Well, what do you think about this one from Mal here to Bear Jar Media cast members and audience? In the last episode, I overheard some chuckling in the background, and it occurred to me there's never been a woman on the cast before, let alone a guest in a long time. 2 questions. Are y'all opposed to bringing on a guest in the near future? And could that chuckling in the background be a motherfucker of yours?
Once we
What?
meet, once we meet someone who's worthy to be a guest, they'll be a guest.
Oh, yeah.
But until
also,
then,
we cannot have women on the cast because we all start profusely sweating and getting
Yeah.
tearful.
yeah.
I got a chill down my spine when I even had to
Also,
say
don't
that word.
assume that we're not. Don't assume that we're not all gay. They could be a man.
Gay through like necessity, not through natural. You know.
Is that like a branch of incel where it's like, fine, I'll be gay then?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
Does it have like a term?
Yeah.
Gay. Am I wrong?
Sorry, I keep flicking. Doing.
What do you guys think of this one from Blandscape? What do you three gooners think about time travel, both as a narrative device in fiction and as a theoretical concept in general? How plausible, for example, do you think visiting either the past or future might be in altering history and leading to the creation of paradoxes as explored in the Back to the Future trilogy, or even prompting the creation of new timelines as presented in something like Endgame? Alternatively, do you think, like me, that any time travel element is best presented through the Novikov self-consistency principle? The theory stipulates that any individual or object could travel back in time, would immediately become part of history, and cannot alter or give rise to something like a paradox, since it was always going to happen.
No. Time travel name.
What? Thank you for your addition to the conversation.
No, on a narrative from a narrative thing in any type of media, I think when this whole time travel thing gets added, it kind of just ruins it.
Do you know what the cringiest thing is? The only movie I can think of off the top of my head that most like accurately portrays time travel how I understand it is Lightyear. Genuinely. The concept being because he keeps going the speed of light, right? And when you travel the speed of light, your time relative to everyone else is different.
I thought you didn't finish that film.
I didn't. It's trash. I hate that film. That film is so fucking trash.
Man, it's so boring.
Do not watch that film. It sucks. And it tries to pull this like, oh, Buzz, you keep going through time and I'm like missing you and stuff and I'm getting old and you're staying young. It's like, I don't give a shit. It's fucking Buzz Lightyear. He's a toy. Fuck off.
You are a toy.
Yeah, someone needed to tell him that in the film. But yeah, like time travel to the future is obviously possible.
But how cool would that have been? Buzz, he goes back in time, he gets stuck in the old West with Woody.
Yeah. Who the f*** are you? You know, Woody says to Buzz.
But that's the thing, like I as a rule I don't love it in movies. I think in Back to the Future it's fine because it's so like campy and kind of poppy and silly.
And it's the whole concept.
Yeah, it's the whole thing.
Do you know what's my favourite media to feature a timeline?
Hmm?
I'm just filling the quota.
Oh no.
Is there time travel in it?
Oh yeah, the rebuilds are like a different timeline.
Oh god.
Is it Evangelion?
Yeah.
I haven't even fucking watched it.
Nah, that's the thing. Like I gotta admit, when like the situation they wrote themselves in that Avengers movie that could only be solved with time travel, that is a bit like
Lame.
Cop out. Yeah.
you're there now, and then they gotta like make up these excuses like, why can't you do
then,
that again?
Then half the movie is like just explaining it.
Yeah.
Like really trying to narrow down why X, Y, and Z won't work and why they can't do it again and blah blah blah. And
Yeah.
yeah, that's kind of boring. It's why time travel going backwards doesn't make sense.
Going forward, kind of cool.
Forward absolutely makes sense because we're doing it right now.
Yeah.
Okay, another obligatory insert, Dark Souls.
Doesn't have time travel.
Literally does. Really awesome. The DLC, you go back in time.
In Dark Souls 1?
In Dark Souls, if you do the DLC, right? And if you read all the item descriptions,
Yeah.
there's all this stuff about what Artorias did. Artorias being this great knight that fought the Abyss. At the start of the DLC, you kill Artorias.
Okay.
So you go back in time and do the stuff that history says Artorias did.
Oh,
But it was actually you the whole time.
because you killed
You're
him.
the one that did that. Awesome.
Yeah. You can probably do some cool stuff with video games, actually. And that's
Yeah.
like obscure in such a
Titanfall.
way.
Titanfall.
Yeah. Yeah, really cool. Because again, like, you're in this wreckage that you are flicking to, like, forward and backward in time.
Yeah.
You
That's
experience the wreckage.
There's something I enjoy more about dimension hopping than like time traveling. If that makes any sense.
Like Spider-Verse.
Like Spider-Verse type stuff, where they're not
Yeah.
like jumping through time, are they? They're jumping
No,
through dimensions.
But they imply that they're, like, in the timelines of these dimensions, there are core things that have to happen. That's kind of what this...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even then, we don't know like how that resolves or
Yeah.
what more there is to reveal about that. Yeah, I think unless it's like baked into the entire concept from the beginning, it's not my favorite thing. Because often, especially in like the big poppy franchise stuff, it's often like we're in such a mess. We've written ourselves into such.
It's what X-Men did.
It's what X-Men did. It's, comic properties do it all the time. It's like we got to hard reset this. Let's just go back in time. Let's just get ourselves out of this and just start again or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some movies have done it in a really cool way, though. There's this like Spanish movie I kind of remember. I think it's Spanish. About like it's this scientist that spoiler alert for the movie I can't remember the name of, but it's this Spanish scientist comes up with this time travel machine. But like the first half of the movie, he's like being pursued by this guy. And
Is
then
it Primer?
I don't maybe. I watched it when I was like 15.
Yeah.
But it turns out like he's the villain, and he's trying to like stop himself from doing it in the first place, and then it's just this infinite loop.
Can I don't know. I might take this out. Spoiler warning. It depends if you guys care. The latest Indiana Jones. Do you guys
Dial
care
of
if I spoil it?
Destiny.
Is there time travel?
It's the Dial of Destiny. The plot is Mads Mikkelsen. He's such a hyper Nazi where he's so confident in himself. His plan is to go back in time, kill Hitler, take his place, but do it right.
Wow.
That's actually kind of...
That's an awesome idea.
Yeah.
But he like gets the Dial of Destiny, and it's like getting to all this crescendo, and they like go through this like portal thing in the clouds, but they got the calculations wrong and accidentally go to ancient Greece. So they're like flying this World War II plane around like these trebuchet, like it's like Romans fighting the Greeks.
Jesus Christ.
And it's like it's getting up to that point is like it's like really boring, but like once it got to that I was like, this is crazy. This is like such a cool weird idea.
Yeah, that's kind of awesome.
And like they're building up to like Indy, he's like, I just want to stay here. This is like my dream. This is like my wish.
Yeah.
Like, because like at the start of the movie, he's teaching about like ancient Greece in his class and stuff, and he's just like so dumbfounded by what he's seeing. And he's kind of like, he's injured, and he's like, I just want to stay here, man. Fuck this. But then his sidekick knocks him out and like takes him back.
What an asshole. What the fuck?
Because they got to be able to, if they wanted to, make more.
Yeah.
Oh, that's shit. Indy should have died on the battlefields of Syracuse.
Yeah.
On the sides of the Greeks.
Yeah.
Unearthing all
He
those...
can't do more though. He's like
Yeah, that's what's so
No,
stupid about
he
it.
can't. The AI can.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess I'll put spoilers or something in there. But
Spoilers for a pretty bad movie.
it sounds way cooler than like it actually comes together in the movie. Like, it's kind of like a subvert moment where like you're genuinely not expecting it to go there, and then it does go there. And then like right when you think it's gonna like conclude in kind of a satisfying way for him, it's like just rips it away. Yeah. And seeing as we just mentioned Dark Souls, I guess. Smain Choker says, I'm considering playing all the Dark Souls games for the first time, but I'm very put off by the response to 2. Can I skip it altogether, or should I tough it out?
Skip it.
I skipped 2. I
Yeah,
finished
skip
1 and then just started 3.
You didn't finish 3 though.
No.
It's
I
not
feel
worth
like
finishing.
if I've spent enough time not playing it where I just have to start it again. Might as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's this is one of those things where it's come round to being like a hot take to say Dark Souls 2 is trash.
Is it?
I think it's come round that way. Yeah. I think the general...
What you think when you hated it, it was still generally kind of like liked?
The general consensus at first was that it's a good game, but it's a bad Dark Souls game. which is just like bullshit.
No such
He's a
thing
good
as
Bruce
Dark
Wayne, but a
Souls.
terrible Batman.
Yeah. It's like, why are you messing with this though? It's either like a good game or it's a bad game. And it's called Dark Souls 2, so if you're saying it's a bad Dark Souls game, it's not a good game.
Yeah, why not just call it...
Piss shit, fuck you. You know? It's trash, don't
Yeah.
play it. I hate it. I have... every now and again, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. I've heard enough people saying now that it's alright. Like, it's a good game. And this isn't to say, like, that there aren't redeeming qualities. But every time I play it, I'm like, this just feels trash. This feels wrong.
So do you think
This looks wrong.
if it was called Fantasy Night Killer, and it was like the same game pretty much, but like some of the names changed?
No one would care. It would be the same tier as like the Surge guys. They made
Purge.
that. No, the Surge, the Dark Souls like sci-fi.
Yes,
one.
yeah. And they made...
And they made that other one that people were just like,
Like Ashen and stuff like that.
yeah. It will be on that level. And if Dark Souls 2 was released instead of Dark Souls 1, do you think Dark Souls would be the genre that it is? Absolutely not.
No.
So then to release a sequel to that game and for it to be Dark Souls 2, like,
I get you.
yeah, not worthy.
Another one for you, Jim. Goblin Crazy 33 says, question for Jamie, parentheses Beast. You talked about your protein powder and creatine consumption, so I'd assume you must go to the gym. How's it going? As a power lifter, it's epic to see the Beast taking up lifting, Bear.
I think it's going good.
Yeah.
He
'Cause,
still
like, over
hasn't
the
beaten
last-
me in a fight, though, so what's it all for?
After the last couple of years, you've been like dabbling, but like you'd never gotten into that routine, but you've been in this hard routine for like quite a long time now.
It's not even that hard. It's like
Just a commitment.
yeah. I just see like, even if it's, I tend to do like 2-3 days a week. That's it.
Yeah.
You know. But when I'm in there, it's like all or nothing. Like I need to like.
But that was your problem before, though, was you'd go way too much all, and you'd damage yourself, so then you couldn't do it for ages.
Yeah.
He still does that.
He doesn't, though, because he's
I
coming
do-
in here every
yeah.
multiple
You do
times
damage
a week.
yourself.
No, that's what I didn't realize though, because early on this summer. Well, I mean more like May time.
Yeah.
I was going like 4-5 days a week.
Yeah.
And that was too much. Like it
Not giving you a
it-
chance.
it isn't
your body a
necessary.
chance. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So then I ended up after like, I spent a whole day training my back, and then I was doing like a pull day, and I just fucked my back.
Yeah.
And then I was like, this isn't working. So then I reduced it, and found that
You're actually getting better results doing less.
I'm getting better results doing less. I'm eating more for sure.
Yeah.
Like, eating way more. And like definitely some of what I'm putting on is fat. But I'm also getting stronger.
Yeah, that's fine. You want to be a strong boy.
Yeah. Yeah. And it is just about like saying to yourself like that these days I'm going to do it. And then like nothing stops that. Like if you had a shit day at work, it's easy to be like,
I'll just do it a different day.
yeah, I'll do it a different day. And then that day comes and then it's like, no, I'll do it another day, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I keep doing that, yeah.
Yeah, whereas once you're like, this is what I do, you do it. Like, simple as.
Simples.
Yeah.
Well, let's end on this one from the Cameron Cox then. How much AI do you use to edit these JARCasts? I don't actually care how far you go, but I think it is interesting because it's a lot to go through every week. I've never used any AI
we don't.
stuff for editing. Unless you count like some of the passes on the audio file for like getting rid of certain bits, and but I don't really think that particularly counts in the way they're bringing it up anyway.
The normal episode, though, was AI.
That was written by AI.
Yeah.
That was full on automatons.
Flesh suits.
Yeah, flashlights just come to life. Hairy flashlights just talking.
You could say it's even Freddy.
Yeah, you could say it's even Freddy.
Fleshlight.
Freddy Flashlight's furry pizza.
Yeah.
Please subscribe to the Goon Case Reddit.
Hey, considering you're gooning with us.
It's alright, we have fun.
Gooning is lit.
Please come goon with us.